Moscow, 2052. I walked out of the CEO's office, barely keeping myself from slamming the door shut. My hands trembled with a mixture of anger, resentment, and indignation. And for good reason. I had just been laid off. More precisely, I had been taken off the company payroll and relabeled as a freelancer, someone the company could turn to for assistance occasionally, but whose services were no longer needed full-time. A standard excuse to avoid the legal obligations related to compensating a dismissed employee. Yet both the CEO and I were well aware that there would be no occasional calls for assistance. My situation was no different from that of an unemployed person. The sudden layoff blindsided me, and its reality was yet to fully sink in. How could this have happened? I had never given my superiors any cause for dissatisfaction, naively believing that I was in good standing with management. I had willingly put in late hours and worked weekends without complaint. I had gone to the company's sites and traveled to other cities. Once I had even flown in negative 80 degrees Fahrenheit to New Earth, to the semi-mythical Thermos scientific station off-limits to regular folk, where they operated the world's northernmost thermonuclear power plant and ran some top-secret experiments to help install cutting-edge access control and personal identification systems procured from our company. I had been their go-to guy, willing to drop everything at a moment's notice to set up intricate equipment, install video cameras and ID chip scanners, configure programs and databases, and troubleshoot, all to ensure the company could retain an important client and avoid breaking the contractual terms. One would assume such a valuable employee would be treated with more appreciation and respect by his superiors. Yet, I found myself deemed redundant, let go in the name of optimizing the company's expenses. It felt unjust and very hurtful. Looking back, though, I knew it had all been building up to this. The previous year had been a difficult one for the company when yet another global pandemic, the third or fourth in recent years, had caused sales to drop and layoffs to begin. No more year-end bonuses for employees. No more dividends to shareholders. From what I'd heard from the salespeople, the expectation that customer activity would pick up by spring hadn't materialized. Hopes for government contracts, or at least minimal support from the city council, were also in vain. This year's and next year's budgets didn't include funds to purchase the very specific equipment our company made. When this became clear, half of the managers were quickly let go. The accounting, marketing, and human resources departments were thoroughly purged.